purpose, but we have a secondary purpose that reared its little head this morning in a 4.8 magnitude earthquake. And of course, being that the animal shelter, we were just wondering, how did the animals do here? And if we could still get some aftershocks, Franklin, what could we do? What should we be mindful of with animals?
Well, the animals here at the shelter did fine. And I think just because we had the music on and it's kind of loud in the morning because I was feeding and getting them ready to go outside, so everybody was excited. So I think it kind of just bypassed them. Nobody seemed panicked at all here. Yeah, so it was great. I think in the future, like if you can predict it, just keep them calm. I understand that some people that had their pets at home where it's a much more quiet environment, they were actually much more in tune to what was going on. And, and felt it and were panicked because of it. It's just try to keep them calm. That's the best thing you could do for them,
Yeah. We actually, I have two little ones, one of whom you're very familiar with. And he was just a little bit agitated at first, but he didn't issue a warning. And we just spoke with Greg Smith today from Stankovich, and he said that his dog at home was very agitated way before, or let's say enough minutes before, to alert his wife that there was something going on. So animals react, of course, differently in every situation, but they are often the very first indicator that there's something to be alarmed about. So I of course, I trust my guys. They're much more smart than I am, and they're much more sensitive than I am. I did not have that. I had my little Cody boy, who gets very nervous about other things, and he was nervous. It shook him. Something was nervousness for him. My other little guy, not a problem, just chill. So your animals, or all of our animals, are sensitive. Their sensitivity is much more heightened than ours. What do you suggest is a good idea for calming them, if?
Well, of course, they're all different in what works for them, but I always find that that's why I have music piped through the kennel, is the best thing you could do, because you can always turn it up if you need to. And this way, that seems to work the best, because they'll concentrate more on that once they hear that. It can generally override or kind of make the rumbling or whatever they were hearing lower.
Okay, always wonderful advice. And the main reason we wanted to get together today with Katie Nordhaus is that we are going to be experiencing another natural phenomenon on Monday, in that it is a total solar eclipse. That doesn't happen often. The next one isn't going to be until 2044. So this is a phenomenon that people are going to want to watch, they're going to want to observe, and likely going to, come on, let's take the dogs with us. Is that a good idea or not a good idea? What do you suggest to protect our little furry friends?
I would leave them home. They really don't want to see it, nor are they even going to watch it generally. The best thing to do is just keep them home. Actually, a lot of veterinarians were saying just pull the blinds. And just, because, they're going to see the light, change and get darker, and it might confuse some of them because it's the middle of the day. Often like, a thunderstorm could, throw them off with that. So just keep them home. Pull the shades, pull the curtains for those couple hours that it's going to be around, and everybody should be fine. Normally, most dogs and cats aren't looking up in the sky. They're, looking down usually, or, level to wherever their height is. So it generally isn't something that they're going to be looking directly at the sun for.
Well, I've seen a number of pictures Googled all over the place with cute little dogs and cute little cats, and they have the protective eyewear on them. I spoke with Zach Lichtman, who is the president of the Astronomy Club of Franklin Township, with a vast amount of knowledge about all things sky. And he seems to feel that it's not an effect that we should be concerned about, that animals just don't look up into the sky. But even if they're looking straight ahead, is the effect of the sun, if they happen to be outside, anything to be dangerous, to be aware of being dangerous for them?
It could be, if those rays hit their eyes, of course you'll have certain breeds of dogs that have bulgy eyes, and that's going to affect them more. So that's why the best thing you could do, let them stay home. Keep them in the house. It's only for a couple hours, and it'll be over.
Yes, that's true. Or acclimate now. Start closing your blinds for a couple of hours every day. We have until Monday. So that's good advice. I didn't want to be remiss in forgetting our little babies. It's just a phenomenon that people are going to want to participate in. And just like any other festival in any of our communities, we always see the puppies being walked around because we don't want to leave them home. We want them to enjoy our company and a new adventure. But this could not be a good adventure, Franklin. So as Katie Nordhaus always gives us the best advice when it comes for our little fur babies. Thank you once again. And here's a little plug for the animal shelter. The animal shelter always needs your donations. They need your monetary donations because their buying power allows them to buy a little bit more with your dollar, that they can convert it into a greater dollar amount in order to increase what they actually need. But they also always need...
Always. Right now, canned dog food and dry cat food. So we're also running into kitten season now.
Oh, boy.
So Purina Kitten Chow would be awesome.
Okay.
And, any of that's the formula, the kitten formula, because we get a lot of kittens and then are abandoned, by their mother for, not so much abandoned, but, somebody takes them away from their mother or their mother, right. The mother gets hit by a car or something, so the kittens are there. People hear them crying and do the right thing and try to pick them up and bring them in.
So you have that, Franklin, kitten food.
Yes. Yes.
I can't even talk. It's such a wonderful organization that you have here, Katie. I know of other animal shelters, and Katie is just extraordinary. You have the biggest heart and the greatest knowledge as to how to soothe an animal, how to deal with an animal who's aggressive. I know I keep hearing the story about the hip boots in the middle of the night where you went out to rescue a deer in the Millstone River.
Yeah, that was quite an adventure.
But you'll rescue a squirrel. And I know I've brought baby birds here, that there isn't an animal or a little creature that is too much for you to care for. And that's just such a blessing. We are so grateful to have you operating and taking care of all these animals at the Franklin Township Animal Shelter. If they want to reach you, is there an email address? Is there a website? Is there a phone number?
Okay, if you go onto the Franklin Township website, you will find, just look under animal control, and you could call us directly, you could email me, and we'll try to, we'll get back to you as soon as we can, understanding that we have to take care of all these and run out on emergencies in between. But yeah, we'll try to help everybody out that we can.
And the phone number, I know it's 732-873-2500. What's the extension?
6255.
Okay. All right. Anything else that people should know about to take care of animals, even if they're not theirs?
Actually, right now, wildlife, it's springtime. So most of the wildlife you're seeing, like the raccoons and foxes, you may see them during the day because those are generally females and their mothers, and they're out there looking for extra food for the kids right now. So just be patient with them. The rabbits are making nests in everybody's backyard. There's a really great article in there for under Mercer County Wildlife Center about how to take a laundry basket and put it over it and just cut a little hole in there so that the mother can come and go, and it'll keep your
babies are
dog,
safe.
right?
Right,
It'll keep your dog from disturbing the nest. They'll be gone in approximately 3 weeks. It happens really quick. So we just have to be a little more vigilant and work with them.
I know. Again, Katie Nordhaus, she is such a treasure trove of information and deep, deep love for animals.
Thank you so much.
It's always our pleasure. Franklin Township Animal Shelter, right off Demott Lane in the municipal complex, second chance for animals. And thank you, Katie.
Very well.
And thank you, Franklin, for tuning in. PJ Parker, Franklin Reporter and Advocate. Stay safe, Franklin. There's a lot happening.